I'm Going to Tell You a Secret, a documentary by Madonna, Thursday at 9 on 4.
I look for people who have something special.
I'm gonna keep this secret.
Do we dig Digo? Can he tap dance for me today? Let's keep him.
On tour with an icon.
Highest-selling female artist of all time. She's been a boy toy, a material girl, a disco diva, and a rebel revolutionary. She has reigned over the world of pop and celebrity for over 20 years. She is, of course, Madonna.
Goes by so slowly.
In 1991, Madonna shocked the world with the release of her documentary In Bed with Madonna. The film followed her Blonde Ambition tour and laid bare celebrity, fame, and revealed exactly what megastars get up to on the road. "14 years later, she has invited the cameras to follow her again, this time documenting her reinvention tour of 2004. The result, to be aired on Channel 4 on Thursday, is I'm Going to Tell You a Secret, a revealing portrait of Madonna, the musician and celebrity, as well as Madonna, the wife and mother.
I just want us all to go out there and take the people in the audience to another place and inspire them to be better versions of the people that they are already. I thank you all, each and every one of you, for being a part of this experience with me. I feel so grateful. I feel so excited. I feel so honored. Let's go out there and have the best time ever tonight. Be safe, and let's shine like the brightest lights. Amen.
Amen. Madonna, lovely to meet you.
And you.
Thank you. I'm going to tell you a secret. I saw it a couple of days ago. I just want, why did you decide to make the film?
Well, partially because I wanted to document what it was like to put together a show and my life on the road as a kind of sequel to Truth or Dare, or I think it was called In Bed with Madonna, yeah. Which is a really naff title. Wasn't my idea. I wanted to, it was meant to be a bookend. So partially that was the reason, and kind of to see, you know, me 12 years later, how my life had changed and how my point of views had changed. I mean, that was the original reason.
Yeah, because watching it as a fan, you see it, and because to start with, when I put it on, I thought, right, why am I seeing this? This is interesting, you know. I'm in, you know, and then you think, well, you know, like it or not, you're the biggest pop star in the world the last 20 years. So your fans almost, is it almost like they need that update? They need that recap?
Well, I can't speak for my fans and as far as what they need, but I thought, like I said, my original idea was to do a kind of a follow-up. But then while I was making it, and when we were editing it, I decided that I didn't want to follow the formula of the first film, which focused mostly on my life, you know, with the show. I wanted to incorporate a lot of other things, because obviously my life has evolved into a lot of other things, and so it became, I started off wanting to tell one story, which is what I always say to people about this film, and then I ended up telling several stories. Let's say I have less ups and downs in my life. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I had some pretty good times throughout all of my life, but I also was kind of like a spinning wheel in many respects, you know. Life seemed to be a series of random events for me. Sometimes I was ecstatically happy, and sometimes I was depressed. I seemed to be a bit more careless with people back in those days, and not very nice. I don't miss being an idiot.
Is it difficult to hand over control? Because you know, you seem to be a person that likes control. You like to be in charge, and you know, obviously that's kind of why you're so successful.
There is that rumor about me.
Yes, it's floating around. But I mean, how do you find these people then to go, right? Okay, I trust this person enough to let him make a movie, or trust this person enough to help me make a stage show or an album.
Well, it's not like he just turned the camera on and he shot whatever he wanted and I wasn't involved in it, and he edited it and I wasn't involved in it. And that way, it's not a typical documentary. I see it more as a a visualized journal. What I like to do is hire or collaborate with people who have very strong opinions, who are incredibly visionary, very creative.
So you're arguing people.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, Jonas and I argued a lot.
Really?
Yeah, but you need to work with strong people. I don't want a yes man or woman. It's good to have people who have opinions because you need to be tested, because it's the testing that makes you know whether you really believe in something or not. You could say I'm a control freak because I want things done just so, but on the other hand, I always want to work with people who bring something to the picture and help me to see things in another way. And Jonas has a very specific point of view, and so do I, and they're not exactly the same, which is a good thing.
I think the nicest thing when I watched it, well, we'll get onto the kids and stuff later on because they steal the show.
They do.
The nicest thing when I watched it is you seem quite vulnerable in it, and
Don't I seem quite vulnerable now?
No.
No?
No, you're not vulnerable.
Oh, all right.
No, you do. But,
get to know me.
But I want to do that, Steve. But in the film, you seem like the New York show. You come off stage in the New York show and you come back and you're looking for your buddies and there's no one around.
So you can see I have no friends.
But it's almost like you need the validation when you come up. And it's a,
Well, doesn't
TV's a little bit
everybody?
like that as well, yeah.
Well, it's very weird to do a show for 20,000 people and having everyone eating out of the palm of your hand and singing every word of your song and have this incredible synergy and exchange, and then come back to a room where no one's there and you're just sitting there by yourself and the silence is deafening and it's kind of too big of a contrast. You need to go into a decompression chamber or something. But also you have to remember that when a camera's in a room with you all the time, you know, it starts with you. It takes several months to feel comfortable with it. By the time we got to New York, it's like the camera wasn't there.
Absolutely.
Except, of course, when I went to the bathroom.
And then it
I
wasn't
took
there
offense.
either. Yes,
Yes.
yeah, of course. But you also seem to have, I guess, almost a maternal relationship with your dancers, which came across, which was, I thought, a lovely part of the film. And yet, there must have been that, you like you said, your woman likes to be in control, but it must have been that awful moment when you had to let them go at the very start, and then it's almost that X Factor moment. I hate to say it, but you know what I mean?
No, it's horrible. The audition, that's why I say it in the film, it's a dog's life. The audition process is horrible. And the rejection that you feel over and over and over every time when you audition, whether it's a film or a part as a dancer or whatever, you have to make yourself vulnerable to complete strangers. You have to give them your all, and then you finish it, and you feel like a jerk, and there's silence afterwards, and they go, okay, thank you, we'll call you. And it's just a horrible process, but obviously that, makes you tougher.
Sure. Do you remember that like it was yesterday, all those auditions and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I remember getting cut all the time. Yeah.
How does that work? Well, you know what I don't understand?
Thank you. We'll call you.
Well, this is what I don't understand, because presumably when dancers go for an audition, there are no bad dancers.
Yeah, there are.
Are there?
Yeah.
The bad dancers go for auditions?
Oh my God, yeah, they especially come and audition for me.
Really?
Well, what you get is a lot of nutters. You get some unbelievable dancers too, like the best, and I do feel very lucky to attract like the best dancers. But I also get a lot of cuckoo people who like to dress up like me, boys dressing like girls, girls dressing like boys, people who think they're me, people who look like they've just been released from a lunatic asylum.
That must be terrifying.
People who and they're really bold too. They get right out in front and they don't even do the combination. They just do some other dance.
Do you have like a witness protection thing where you just put a glass screen down?
No, I'm sitting at a table with Jamie and all the people I work with, and that's very close contact. But I don't want people making those decisions for me. Are you on any medication? Do any of you smoke grass?
What's grass?
Yes or no? Do any of you smoke weed? Huh? Could you do it less?
Huh?
Could you do it less?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Not because I'm morally opposed to it. I just want to get the most out of it, of you guys. Okay? Okay, well, you're hired.
You're hired.
Time goes by so slowly, goes by so slowly.
As she grew up and became popular, I mean, there's things she said and did that I found totally dissatisfying.
When I was running around getting my pictures taken in lockers of, gay porn theaters and stuff like that, that's something a dad could be proud of.
My new boyfriend.
But to me, it was like a growing process. She's growing up. And instead of growing up at home with us, she's growing up with the world.
Your dad was also in the movie, which I really liked. Was that something you didn't plan? Because it seems that...
No, my dad's in the first film.
Sure.
And I think my dad is obviously a big part of my life, and I think if you want to know me a little bit, you need to know my dad, who is a sort of obsessive compulsive workaholic.
Yeah.
I think it explains my pathology a little bit.
Do you know what I liked about when your dad was there was when, firstly, you were saying a prayer, which he seemed to really love.
Yes.
And secondly,
nice Catholic boy.
well, when there's religious iconography up on the stage and so forth, and
he liked all that.
he loved all that.
Yeah.
But it was regardless of context. He was just like the guy.
Yeah.
He was like my dad. The minute there's anything religious,
Beautiful.
it's like,
Jesus on the
oh
cross.
well,
Beautiful.
Jesus up there. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You say fun is overrated, but you look like you like the fact you're enjoying yourself.
I do, but everything I say is a contradiction to something else I said. That's life, isn't it? I mean, it's a paradox, right?
Yes.
I mean, fun is fun, but it's also overrated. And life isn't just about having fun.
So do you feel guilty about having fun?
No, no. But there was a time where I probably, put more emphasis on having fun and less emphasis on being a decent human being. I'd like to think I have a bit more of a balance going on in my life.
Well, what comes across to me in the film, more than anything else, is that there's you're still ambitious, but it isn't with a big A, as it were. You seem quite content. You seem...
Really?
Am I getting all this wrong? Because you seem... Don't get me wrong,
I'm very ambitious still.
Yeah, you're still pushing yourself, but,
Yeah.
there are things in your life that mean more now.
Yeah,
And-
I have other priorities, if that's... Yeah. So that takes up... I couldn't say that I'm an ambitious mother. You know what I mean? So in that area of my life, I'm not ambitious.
Yeah. But then obviously you can only do so many things. So if you're going to devote time to motherhood, it can't help but detract from time with your career.
Right.
So it's
That's also one of the things I tried to explore in the movie, the struggle of balancing my personal life, my life with my family, and my life as an artist or an entertainer, and that I didn't have to deal with before when I made the first film. And I thought that people could relate to that, because I know anybody who has a family and a full-time job is constantly being pulled from both sides.
Yeah. I just want to move on.
Not interested in that.
I am interested
You
in
will
that.
one day when you have kids.
Well, I was going to ask you about your marriage and stuff, because that's
I was
for
talking
me...
about kids.
What? No, about your marriage and your whole family and stuff. 'Cause
Okay.
Guy, for me, your husband, seems to be the hero of the film.
Really?
Yes.
I thought I was the hero.
You're the heroine. But
Oh.
but Guy, no. What I like about Guy in the film is that he just seems to be the great leveler
Would you like to elaborate?
of your life in terms of the wonderful but mad insanity that obviously it must be.
That he doesn't really
Doesn't really
engage
care.
in.
Doesn't really obviously cares about you, but you're the most important thing, and everything else kind of can zone out. And
Yeah.
like-
He's not impressed,
I think he's impressed, but
but he's a guy,
yeah,
so he doesn't show it.
that's
Right?
what comes
Work
across.
with me.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, no, but for example, when you said I'm a little bit nervous or something, he just says, "Fly, girl, go on."
Yeah. No, he's got a good sense of humor about the whole thing. He doesn't, he takes it seriously, but not too seriously. He's not starstruck, if that's what you mean. I don't think I could handle it if he was. Do I look okay?
Yeah, you look magnificent, darling.
Or do I look like a bad imitation of Little Bo Peep and Shirley Temple?
No, darling, you look very good. I'll kiss a kiss. Go on, run along.
Sir?
Mrs. R? Fly like a bird.
But when you saw him, did you immediately think, "Oh yeah, he's my type"?
Yeah, I did.
What is your type? I mean, put Guy
Funny.
to one side.
Funny.
Right.
Opinionated. Oh, kind of macho.
What does kind of macho mean?
Well, not overtly macho.
Hey, Madonna,
Like-
we're going to do some
like-
push-ups.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how do you think marriage has changed you?
Well, I'm a lot more tolerant than I used to be. I mean, before when people used to, rub me the wrong way, piss me off, insult me, whatever, I'd just be like, bye-bye.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I mean, that's the whole thing with family, period. Kids and husband or wife, whatever. You do have to become a lot more unconditional about everything and tolerant of people not measuring up to your standards 24/7.
But you don't seem to be a woman who likes compromise, so is it...
What? You know, you've got me pigeonholed. It's like, you know, just stick me in a box and call me a control freak. And
You said you're a bit of a control freak.
a bit, but you have to do some kind of compromise when you're married.
Yeah.
And when you have kids, that's the nature of the beast. You know.
So what are the big shared interests? Because can he dance?
No.
Is he a terrible dancer?
Kind of. Yeah. But he can do other things
Would
good.
he be one of the kind of mad stalkers that comes to the auditions?
No.
He's
no.
not a terrible dancer in that
Please.
sense of the word.
I don't think auditioning is in his repertoire.
Okay.
It's called the Punch Bowl. And we come here all the time, but tonight it's a special occasion because it's Guy's birthday. Drinks on the house. Come in. I'm going to pull a pint for you. Is that okay?
Please, Mrs. Ritchie, you get in there and pour me a pint.
George Fest has not drinking.
It's not George Fest, darling, it's Courage Fest.
You don't mind if there's a lot of foam, do you?
Yes, I do. I care a lot about the foam.
There you are, love.
That is a perfect pint. Thank you very much, darling. Penny Myers from Smith's. Yeah. She's Greg the farmer's daughter. Yeah, that's it.
And the sergeant and the private and the drummer boy too, but they didn't get a chance with Riley's daughter. Giddy-yi-yay, giddy-yi-yay, giddy-yi-yay to the one-eyed Riley.
Do you know how many times I've heard these songs?
And what about Irish songs? Because
He likes Irish songs more than me. I hope you're not insulted.
slightly.
Well, I do. Some of them are amazing.
Can
but
you
it's
sing
just
me
that
one?
No,
Why not?
I'm not doing that singing thing again. Okay, I already made a fool
was
out of
lovely.
myself. Thanks.
I'd prepare one for you.
People can, if they want to hear some Irish folk songs being sung, they can see my movie.
That's harsh.
Sorry.
Or I can.
Do you want to? I see you're gagging to sing one for me.
No,
No, you sure?
I do, but only if you want me to, and I don't think you want me to.
I absolutely insist that you sing me an Irish folk song. Okay. Is this laced with anything?
This is a Belfast song.
Okay.
Not where I'm from.
Is it political?
No, it's not actually. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's just it's a love song. I'll just sing you a very short verse of it. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. What are you doing? What are you shaking your head for?
Not that one.
Do you know that one?
Yes.
The Black Velvet Band. It's beautiful.
That guy sings that relentlessly. I'm sorry.
You'd rather I sang something else.
I was hoping you were going to sing Danny Boy. That's my favorite Irish folk song.
And when you come and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and you shall say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear your soft foot tread above me, and on my grave you murmur sweet happy. And bending low, I tell you that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. We've only got an hour left.
Good.
So
You've killed a whole bunch of time.
I know, sorry, I'm so sorry. Halfway through, this is actually quite a long verse.
I'm very impressed. You have a nice voice.
I'm all right, but I've got, I think I've got about 2 notes, and I've got no range whatsoever.
There was more than 2 notes you just sang.
Do you think?
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Very good.
news.
Impressive.
But so do you still go to pubs with Guy and stuff? Does that
yes.
often happen, or is that an occasional
Not lately,
thing?
because I've been working a lot, and I don't drink when I'm performing.
That's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I imagine the one.
Which is why in the scene in the film,
You look like
I'm in
you're
the pub
gagging
and
for
I'm
a drink. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had shows to do, and if it's a night before a show, I don't like to be in smoke-filled environments, and I
That's
can't
fair
drink. So,
But the thing is, though, I mean, and it's rare that I feel I've worked a hard day, but when you've worked a hard day and you come home, there is nothing like, you know what, I'm just going to have a drink before I go to bed.
it's lovely.
And
Nice
you-
glass of wine.
And you still can't do that when you're on tour?
Not,
or?
not the night before I sing.
Really?
Yeah.
What, I mean, Do you
It dehydrates me.
And is water, irrespective of what sort of water it is it always room temperature? Because like a
Yes.
couple of years ago, everyone was laughing at that, but now it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah. So.
Sorry to get all excited.
Yeah, about water.
About water. I want to talk about your kids because if Guy's the hero, then your kids for me steal the show. And there's a wonderful moment where you're telling jokes to your producers and your dancers, and it's going down quite well. And then it cuts.
Not nearly as well as
Exactly.
my daughter and my
cuts
son.
to your daughter and your son. Your son is the perfect audience for any joke teller, and he's got the most contagious laugh in the whole world. He is cracking up.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Arthur.
Arthur who?
Arthur, any more biscuits in the tin?
Waiter, this coffee tastes like earth. That's because it was ground yesterday.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Justin.
Justin who?
Justin, time for the party. Who's there? Wilma. Wilma who? Wilma, lunch be ready soon?
Do they get on that well all the time?
No.
Because there's about 3 years
They're
between them,
usually
isn't there?
bashing each other's heads in. Yeah. They go back and forth from being incredibly affectionate, loving, and protective to, committing something very close to murder.
Well, there's 3
Plotting
years.
each other's deaths.
There's 3 years between me and my sister. And so,
Were you that way with her?
well, yeah, but the thing is, when your sister is physically stronger than you, there's no worse feeling in the entire world.
Yeah.
And it looks
But
like
eventually, boys outgrow the strength of their older sisters, don't they? And
physically, but not
yeah.
mentally.
Yes, this is true. Wow.
So they seem to get on very well, and he seems to adore her and worship the ground that she walks on.
Ish. Yeah. He does look up to her. But there's one scene in the film where he won't let her get a word in edgewise.
There's one moment when you're on the bed, and this is for me. I just watched it and just thought this just settles the whole nature-nurture debate for me, because there's one moment when you're on the bed with the two of them, and Lourdes is just talking to you, and obviously is this kind of beautiful, demure, very mature, probably speaking fluent French to you.
Yeah.
And he's bashing his head on the bed like an absolute maniac.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you can't bring a kid up to do that. That's just what boys do.
Exactly.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, I think that there are certain things, character traits that girls have that boys don't have, and vice versa. That it's not got anything to do with. I've never talked about guns to my son. He doesn't watch TV. I don't know, where he got it, but as soon as you give them a stick, they turn it into a weapon, and girls don't do those sort of things.
No.
You give them a stick and they try to put a dress on it. So.
But you, like you said, you don't let them watch television at all.
No.
One movie a week.
Yeah.
Lots of reading.
Yeah.
And do they go on the internet, or is that allowed?
They play computer games.
They're allowed to play computer games.
Yeah.
That comes across to me like quite a strict mother.
Ah, not really. They do lots of other things.
No TV at all?
They go skating, and they go bowling, and they...
I'm not saying they don't have fun, but like...
They have tons of fun.
I'm sure they do, but like, TV was
Well,
the
who has
holy
time
grail
for-
when I was a kid. And if your mum says you can't watch TV, it just makes you want to watch it even more. Are you worried that they will rebel when they do rebel? Or will you just get out a couple of the old,
If they want to rebel, that's okay. It's good to rebel. It's good to be rebellious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to go through your rebellious phase. But I wasn't raised with TV, and it didn't hurt me. And I still don't like it. I'm not interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
A friend of mine, just actually when I was going to meet you, said, you must ask her this, because, and are you, obviously every mother worries about her children. Do you worry about what they grow up in terms of the glare of the spotlight? And it's not like, you caught that at all. But, for example, when you went to the Harry Potter premiere, which is what my friend was talking about, people were asking your daughter more questions than they were asking you almost.
I was very happy about that, because she's the Harry Potter aficionado, not me. And I brought her there. It was a special treat for her. She didn't even know she was going.
Oh my God.
So just said, get dressed up, and we're going out, and it was a special occasion.
But in terms of what's normality?
We don't usually do things like that. That's a very special thing, and they're not very fond of photographers following them around.
Sure. But when they turn up to someone like that,
A premiere, well,
it's so exciting.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she really cared about the photographers. All she could care about was seeing Hermione in person, and the other one, Ron Beasley, the redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's obsessed.
She doesn't like Harry Potter himself.
She does, but she's particularly taken with those two. And in the middle of the movie, she had to go to the bathroom, and when she went into the bathroom, Hermione was in there washing her hands.
Oh my God.
And her jaw hit the ground.
Do either of them, and I'm banking it's probably her, have any musical talent?
Musical talent,
Yeah,
absolutely.
What
They're
sort?
both very musical, but her definitely.
I could see him being a drummer.
He's very rhythmic. Yeah, he's kind of in breakdancing.
Anything he can bash, I imagine.
Yeah, he breaks things and then he dances. Yes, Lola's very musical. Sings quite well. Incredible ballerina.
Is she?
Yeah.
And because when I have children, I intend to
force them to do things.
Piano, without a shadow of a doubt.
Piano, really? I tried to get my daughter to do piano. She was not having it.
Look at my Shrek-like fingers. How did I not get into piano? Look at them. Look at the spread there. That's a piano
kind of
playing
stubby.
hand, isn't it? They are kind of stubby. Yeah, I'm a terrible typist. But
Do you have any hobbies?
Well, I have hobbies, but I don't.
Do you play a musical instrument?
No, and I really wish I can't play guitar with these chubby old stumps, can I?
Well, I have stumpy fingers and I play guitar.
Look at your fingers, are lovely. What are you talking about?
They're
not
gross.
stubby.
No, I'm not showing you.
They're not gross. These
Well,
are gross fingers.
That one's gross. That one in particular.
Why? What's the matter with that?
That one's deformed.
I'll tell you what happened there. A ball hit me on... You're so horrible. But it's true. It is deformed. A ball hit me when I was playing... I used to play American football over here, weirdly.
God forbid.
I know. And a ball hit me on the thing, and it just came up there, and I was about 15. And then, God, I can't believe it. I'm going to keep that with me to my dying day. Madonna called my finger gross and deformed.
Scarred for life.
Well, that's just perfect.
Sorry.
Time goes by so slowly. Time goes by so slowly.
Okay, I have a huge ego and I need to do something about it. And I need to change. And how can I change? The only way I can change is to constantly work at it. Work at it, work at it, work at it, work at it. And I need to change. I need to change. And how can I change? And how can I change? Knowing is the beginning. Knowing more and learning more and achieving more. The minute you stop wanting to know more, that's when you stop growing, and that's when you die, and that's when I need to change. That's when you're nothing.
So I know you don't want to talk about Kabbalah, and I don't
I
particularly
didn't
want
say
to
I
talk
didn't
about
want to talk
You
about
rolled
it.
your eyes, so I thought, oh, I better get through this quite quickly.
No, it's okay. I'm cool with it.
Let's just say I'm an alien and I come down from space. Just explain to me...
When you'd be a Scientologist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, why did I say that?
Go and explain Scientology to me, because we'll be here all day. But
I don't know anything about it.
That's the thing.
I just know that they believe that we were all once aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't explain that to me.
I don't know anything about
Just
it.
explain Kabbalah to me, please. Just very, very briefly, and the broad strokes of it. Because it
Broad
seems to be
strokes.
broad strokes.
Well, no, I mean, you could explain it on lots of different levels. You could talk about it in a practical sense, or you could talk about it in a deeply cerebral, analytical context.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different ways to say it. It's a belief system, or it's a philosophy, and it's several thousand years old. A lot of people confuse it with Judaism because there are a lot of rituals involved with the study of Kabbalah that are similar to Judaism, which is, one is studying the Torah, for instance. But the difference is that from a strictly religious point of view, if you read the Torah, you just read it literally. You know, Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
There's an apple, there's a snake. You know the old story. But all the stories from a Kabbalistic point of view in the Old Testament are metaphors. And there's a mystical interpretation of it. So if you study Kabbalah, you study a text called the Zohar. I mean, it's not a religion. It's not you know, a group that excludes other religious thinking. So
you could be Catholic and Kabbalah
sure.
at the same
Well, I am.
time.
I mean, essentially, I was raised a Catholic, and I still go to church every once in a while, and I feel quite comfortable there. But for me, it's much more intellectual, and it deals much more with science and the whole theory of evolution. And you know, a thinking person reads the story about Adam and Eve and goes, "Oh, come on, that's not really how the world was created in 7 days." And you know, What about, Cro-Magnon and
Sure.
Neanderthals and all of that? So it allows you to bring those two worlds together, the world of spirituality and the world of science, and they can live without conflicting with one another together.
And was it important in the film to get a little bit of it across?
Yeah, obviously it's influenced me a lot. And if I left it out, then that really wouldn't be a documentary about my life, would it? So, and I do think there are some very simple, basic concepts that I think anybody could relate to, whether you believed in God or not.
Sure.
I read my prayers, I read my Zohar, and then...
Gone with the Wind.
Then I read Gone with the Wind, yes. That's how I get to sleep. I always read fiction, because that takes me out of the world that I'm in. But I always read the Zohar, which can also be very soothing. It's a kind of decoding of the Torah or the Old Testament. So if you want to read things literally, you read the Old Testament. And if you want to understand the hidden meanings of the Torah, you read the Zohar.
I want to go on to the new album.
Okay.
Return to the Dance Floor.
Yes.
And is that, has it been something that's sort of been hankering you for a while? You just thought, I want to get back to disco.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I made the record as a kind of antidote to the seriousness of making my film, if you want to know the truth. Mm. And also, I haven't really focused on dance music for a long time. So it was a combination of yearning for that simplicity and yearning for a bit of levity and joy. And
it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
it is.
I saw you live a couple of days ago, and it's a fun show. And
yeah,
it's just,
it's fun music. It's fun to perform, and you don't have to take it too seriously, and it's liberating for me.
So I like it. Reminds me of Flashdance.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You like that?
Oh, that's a good thing.
She's a maniac.
That's always a good thing. Do you still go clubbing?
Well, I have parties, and I dance ferociously.
Is that the same
After
thing?
several cocktails, does that qualify?
I think it does. But are these...
To go out to a club now is slightly
can you?
problematic. So what I do is I have my own clubs.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, just invite all your friends, hire a DJ, drink copious amounts of alcohol, and dance till, dawn.
And I read a little bit about ABBA. I mean, how difficult was it to get the permission for that? Because that's the first time, right?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, they gave a sample once to Lauryn Hill from the Fugees, I think. So it's the second time. They don't do it very often. I imagine they're asked all the time because they wrote so many great hooks. So, yeah, it was hard. Lots of begging, lots of cash.
when in doubt, I'm turning up with a brown envelope at 5 o'clock. Yawn. Who do you rate now? Is there anyone you listen to now and you just go, yeah, they've really got it?
I love Coldplay, White Stripes, Gulf Rap. Those are the records I've been listening to lately. Okay. Is that good?
That's very
good choices. Do you play those songs on your radio station?
I play Coldplay. Gulf Rap I love. Terrifies me as well, but I absolutely love it.
Terrifies you?
She's good. She's brilliant. She's she's in your mould. She asks questions. She does though.
Does that mean I terrify you?
Oh, a little bit. But
shut up.
But in a good way. You pose questions. It's good to be posed questions.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw you on stage the other night.
Uh-huh.
And it's a very physical show.
Yes.
And it's brilliant. How, in God's name, do you keep your figure?
My figure?
I don't want to flatter you too much.
Okay, please don't.
But how do you do it? Because it can't
you mean,
just
what do I
be
do
yoga.
for exercise?
Yeah.
No, I haven't done yoga since I fell off my horse. Well, not my horse, a horse.
It's not your horse anymore?
No, it wasn't my horse to begin with.
I thought it was your
my
birthday
horse
present
wouldn't
horse.
have. No, my birthday present horse didn't throw me.
Okay.
This other horse I was forced to get on did.
What was his name?
That's another story. Rocky.
The horse's name you fell off was Rocky?
Yeah.
Well, that'd do it, wouldn't it?
Exactly. I should have known from the name.
And what was it, a big stallion or something?
No, it was a tiny little polo pony. It was revolting. I know.
And what, he just started, bolting the minute you got on it or something?
Yeah. I don't want to go there. I get flashbacks.
Seriously?
I'm just starting to feel better, so.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
So yoga, well, I used to do a lot of yoga, but I haven't done it because I can't. I mean, my shoulder's still a bit stiff. Mm-hmm. It's not that exciting, really.
It's not exciting, but you
I do Pilates.
Isn't that yoga?
Pilates?
Yeah. Look, you're looking at a guy, I can't touch my toes. You're looking at a guy, I've got no flexibility
Go on,
whatsoever.
let me see.
don't, because I've got a dicky back as well.
Dicky back.
I don't like the idea of my laces showing. See, that's killing me.
Yeah, but all guys are stiff.
I know, but I don't want to be stiff.
Put your head down.
No, I mean, oh yeah. Ah, what are you doing? Jeez, Madonna. But you must like the fact that you look great. Right.
I'm not going there.
Right, no. Let me justify this.
I'm happy that I'm not a fat slob, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, but let me justify it.
But I worked hard for it.
Exactly. So how do you work? What do? Do you go into the gym? Do you go running?
No, not too much.
Chase Rocky the horse?
I walk uphill on a treadmill and I do Pilates. That's really the mainstay of my workout right now.
And how many times a day or how many times a week, do you have to do that?
Every day of the week I do something.
Good. Listen, I just want to...
But the weird thing is I don't work out half as much as I used to. I used to be, like, just a freak.
You eat well, though, right?
I do, yeah.
But you still eat meat?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, sometimes.
You try not to eat that much meat?
I just don't really
I want to know your diet. Tell me your diet.
A lot of fish and vegetables and rice.
Oily fish?
Yeah.
Mackerel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love mackerel.
Cod, salmon. Do people want to hear this? I mean...
I want to know, because
okay.
I'm interested in fishing. And
do you go fishing?
Oh, yeah.
Fishing for compliments?
Sometimes. Anywhere I can. Do you go fishing?
No. Truth be told, this last summer, a guy tried to get me to go fly fishing a few times, but I was too busy riding my horse. And it's really, who wants to go?
Fly fishing's boring. Go sea fishing. It's a lovely day.
No, I've been sea fishing. I find that boring.
What are you talking about? It's lovely. You're out in the ocean.
You get sun and you get drunk.
No, you don't have to get drunk.
What's the problem? It's a bit boring, sea fishing. I like things that require a bit more skill.
What?
You just dangle your thing in the water.
It's very lucky. I understand that. And then it's all
It's okay. It's okay.
Rocco looks like he enjoyed it.
Yeah, he loves to go fishing.
Now listen, I know the tour's called Reinvention, right?
Yep.
So the whole reinvention thing. I'm obsessed with how you decide how you're going to reinvent. Do you know what I mean? So, for example, Frozen, right? I'm going to get all black and the birds are going to come out and stuff like that. You know, Confessions of a Dance Floor, leotard. I mean, does someone come out and go...
I find a muse.
I'm going to go cave woman today. And you go,
No. No, I find a muse. When I made my record, before I shot the video, I decided that Saturday Night Fever and John Travolta were my muse. So that's the starting point. And then from there, I spin out. So every time I do something, I find, like with my music album, I decided the whole country and western thing.
Yeah.
The cowboy was my muse. And I try to deconstruct it in a postmodernist sort of way.
But do you then wake up and go, Knights of Armour are now my muse, and then you'll be halfway down the Knights of Armour tip and go, oh no, Knights of Armour aren't working.
No, I have to see something. Something has to catch I have to go and see a film or an art exhibit or hear some music or see a fashion show. It's always one little thing that catches my eye, and then I go, oh my God, I see it all there. That's it.
Is that the trick, do you think, to longevity, success, and so forth?
What? Pay attention?
Well, no, to back the winner. To just think, yeah, I think that cowboy thing's going to work, and I think I can do so.
But how would I know that that's a winner? No, you have to just find something, and you have to believe in it. You have to go for it. It's partially instinct, and it's partially confidence.
But you must look back sometimes and go,
what was I thinking?
No, well,
I do that.
Do you?
Sure.
What's the one moment?
I'm not telling.
Why not?
Because I'm not telling.
Why?
Because I don't want to give all my cards away. Let's talk about the positive side of that.
What's the second from worst moment? No.
This interview.
What's your you cow? What's the all right? When you look back and you've had such a sort of varied and
checkered career.
I was going to say something, and then I realised, hang on a second, that's not right. Well, you've had such a remarkable career and such a sustained career. Do you look back, or is it always constantly looking forward?
I do both. I don't look back too much. I don't like to look back too much.
So when you get an award or something, does it go straight in a cupboard, or?
Yeah.
You don't like to contemplate and so forth? What are you looking at me like that for?
Contemplate an award.
Well, you get an award, or you go platinum or whatever, and you get your disc, and you know.
Oh, we have a moment of feeling proud and,
Yeah.
and grateful, and but it's not. At the end of the day, it's not really it's not tangible objects that fill you up. It's more intangible things.
Have you always been like that, or do you think you've matured into that?
I don't think I've ever displayed one of my awards on a mantle or, shown it to anybody.
No, but inside your head. Inside your head is in what makes you happy now. Is the same thing that makes you happy now the same thing that made you happy 20 years ago?
Yes and no. How's that for an answer?
It's
I mean,
enigmatic.
the most amazing thing is to go out on stage and put on a show and feel the energy of a sports arena or a stadium and know that you're connecting to people. I remember the first time I ever walked out on stage on a big proper tour, and I felt lifted up off of my feet, and I still get that feeling when I go out on stage, and so that still turns me on.
Goes by so slowly, goes by so slowly.
Monday, our return to London. They have a royal movement from 10:40 to 11:20, and so we can't land during that slot, so I wanted to know if you wanted to push up or back.
What is royal movement?
That means either the Queen or one of her children are coming in and out, and we're not allowed to land.
Did I say I wanted to leave at 11?
You did.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
What if we left at noon?
Fine.
Would that be even better?
That would be even better.
And that's good for royal movement? Mm-hmm. There's not room for two queens in that country.
I want to know about how you find it over here now.
Find it over here?
Yeah. How do you like it over here?
I love it. I love it.
What do you love about living
I don't like the idea. I like to leave for short increments, but I love living here.
What do you love about it?
I love the pace.
Which is?
It's somewhere, it's not quite as insane as New York, but it's got energy.
Mm-hmm.
I love the dry sense of humor that is rampant in this town, in this country. I think it's brilliant. I like the weather. I do. I like gray and rainy, and actually it's not been gray and rainy enough.
Seasons.
I'm kind of complaining about that.
Do you like seasons?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what's great over here.
I love the countryside. Countryside's amazing here.
Because you have, obviously, a place in Wiltshire, right?
Yeah, it's right on the border of Wiltshire and Dorset.
Do you like the combination of the both? Living in
Yes,
town
I
and being
love
out?
living in town and then having that weekend getaway thing, whatever.
And you know, I think very much like the British people very much see you as kind of one of us now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. I'm chuffed, as they say in your country. It's my country now.
Well, this is the thing. I think if someone told me I was interviewing you 5 years ago, I'd probably be, not that you're not an easy interview, because, you know, you're tough, but I think 5 years ago I'd probably be more nervous than I am now. And obviously I've never met you before, but...
Well, maybe I understand Britishness better. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I think...
Appreciate the nuances,
I think it probably is. And you're still really enjoying the country life. You don't shoot anymore, do you?
No, but I've replaced that with riding, and see what's happened to me? Should have stuck to shooting.
No, I'm glad you don't shoot anymore.
Yeah?
Because...
Are you one of those anti-shooter people?
No, not at all, not at all. But you're...
I like to shoot clay pigeons.
Yeah, but there's something about... and I've got, you know, when a guy goes out with a shotgun and kills his dinner, I understand that
That's
totally.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, you know, I just read the list.
Experience with me. I feel so grateful. I feel so excited. I feel so honored. Let's go out there and have the best time ever tonight. Be safe. And let's shine like the brightest lights. Amen.
Amen.
Marcus is opening the champagne.
Look what you've done. Oh, bloody hell.
No. I hate doing that. I hate doing that.
Okay, you have to stay out of the way.
You never seen ass looking like this, huh?
But this show, I mean, there's some political punches in here, right?
Well, good.
Yeah. That's what you're after.
Yeah.
Pissing people off, yeah?
Pissing people off, wakes people up.
I don't like cities, but I like New York. Other places make me feel like a dork. Los Angeles is for people who sleep. Paris and London, baby, you can keep. 'Cause I love New York. I don't love you, but I love New York.
Madison Square Gardens, New York City.
Nice skirt, Marlene. You're almost wearing.
There was a time where she used to make sense,
You go.
and now it's just a bit.
Let's see how fast this time you're ready.
Can you just sing "Looking for Love" in all the wrong places? But do it with feeling. Do it. Do it. No, I didn't say speak with a Cockney accent. I said sing. Now get over here. The audition is not over. Get over here. You haven't done it right. One more time.
Okay.
One more time. Do it for me, baby. Okay, now sing it.
Looking for love in all the woke places. Stop laughing.
You're hired. Okay, I can get on with my day now. Just go braid your fucking hair, okay?
Yeah.
Don't make things complicated, all right?
You have the privacy in here to do physical therapy. You can have people in there.
Where's my bathroom?
Your bathroom's down the hall.
I have to pee. You don't want to hear me pee. Get out. Get out!
How are you? Good. Nice to see you.
Yes, come on, let's take it.
Now we're going to see what Machine Gun Kelly's all about.
Yeah, well, Guy somehow manages to usurp the security guards and turn them into his jiu-jitsu partners. Mainly Kelly, who I never see anymore. He's always down on the mats with Guy. I think men cannot resist the invitation to fight one another. They get into their shorts, and they lay down on the floor, and they just hug each other for like 2 hours. They sweat, and they hug, and they grunt, and they sit on each other's faces. My husband's more intimate with the people he does jiu-jitsu with than he is with me. Like, sometimes I walk in, and I'm like, we haven't done that position.
All right, yeah, thanks a lot.
A couple of the dancers wanted to know, when will you grace your presence at a function that we can all enjoy together?
No, I don't, you know, that's the problem. I don't feel good. Are you registered to vote, by the way?
No,
Why not?
because I've never ever done it, so I didn't know what to
That's
do.
no fucking excuse. You go sign up and register to vote, Aries, and I'm not speaking to you anymore. Now get the fuck out of here.
Are you guys registered to vote? Well, we're here just trying to get people to understand that they can register to vote.
I'm really touched that you
See?
actually made the effort.
I went and did it all by
You
myself.
understand that not registering the vote for the vote is not the only thing you have to do, right?
Now I have to vote, right?
Yeah. Do you know who you're gonna vote for?
Carrie?
Don't say it with a question mark at the end.
Carrie, I'm voting for Carrie.
Thank you. Let's shake hands. You're now at the top of my list. Okay?
Bye, Aries.
Bye. Bye. Get out of here.
What was that? Jesus! How are you, darling?
Hi.
You what? What's going on down there? So, you know, should we like smooch and kiss, and shall I tell you how much I love you before you go on?
Why start now?
No, but I do that before every show, darling.
You do?
Sure.
Guy, you haven't been to one of my shows in about 3 weeks.
Maybe we should leave.
What can you do?
I have funny kind of butterflies in my stomach.
Do you?
That's good.
I don't understand what's wrong with me.
Well,
You've been saying that for years.
when's kickoff? Shouldn't you be out there?
Yeah, I'm just fucking about.
I'd interview some people outside for you.
You did?
Yeah.
Don't.
We're gonna bring some breaking news on DAN about the Madonna concert.
Willy Wonka. That was his name. Chap from Puerto Rico called Willy Wonka.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not a real name.
Willy Wonka, they call me Puerto Rico. I think that the most important thing for me to Madonna is the express yourself stuff.
But let me tell you, he's a fan.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
And tell me, what do you think of her new man? What's his name?
Guy Ritchie.
Mr.
Ritchie?
Yeah.
Well, personally, I don't know him. And the only things that I know is he's a great director. That's the only thing that I know.
But don't you think he's a good-looking guy? Thank you, Mr. Wonker, and good night.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
I like Mr. Wonka.
Do I look okay?
Yeah, you look magnificent, darling.
Or do I look like a bad imitation of Little Bo Peep and Shirley Temple?
No, darling, you look very good. I'll kiss a kiss. Go on, run along.
Mrs. R? Fly like a bird.
Tried to be a boy, I tried to be a girl, I tried to be a mess, I tried to be the best. I guess I did it wrong, that's why I wrote this song. This type of modern life, is it for me? This type of modern life, is it for free? So I went into a bar, looking for sympathy, a little company. I tried to find a friend. It's more easily said, it's always been the same. This type of modern life, is it for me? This type of modern life, is it for free? Just a dream. American life, American dream, American life, American dream. Do I have to change my name? Am I gonna be a star? Do I have to change my name? Am I gonna be a star? I'm drinking a latte, I get a double shot. It goes right through my body and you know I'm satisfied. I drive my Mini Cooper and I'm feeling super duper. Yo, they tell me I'm a trooper and you know I'm satisfied. I do yoga and Pilates and the room is full of hotties, so I'm checking out the bodies and you know I'm satisfied. I'm digging on the isotope, this metaphysics shit is dope, and info this can give me hope, you know I'm satisfied. I got a lawyer and a manager, an agent and a chef, 3 nannies and assistant and a driver and a jet, a trainer and a butler and a bodyguard of 5, a gunner and a stylist. Do you think I'm satisfied? I'd like to express my extreme point of view. I'm not a Christian and I'm not a Jew. I'm just living out the American dream, and I just realized that nothing is what it seems.
Where is everybody?
Well, as you can see, I don't have any friends. God, you gotta work hard for a New York crowd.
You could have worked a bit harder, couldn't you? Well done, girl.
Well, I was wondering when someone was gonna come and visit me. I was starting to get freaked out. Like, did I turn everybody off or something?
No. I'm taking care of all your customers out there.
It was an amazing show. I even danced once. That's a lot for me.
Do you want me to massage your feet or something? A little foot massage, perhaps?
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I give you foot massages every night, Mrs.
You're
Ritchie.
not.
You know, I just want people to wake up. That's the worst thing. That half the country's asleep. Half the people don't vote. Half the people don't get involved. And geez, she stuck her neck out there for me tonight. I thought, well, that's a crazy thing to do, man.
Michael, I know you're out there tonight, and I just wanted to publicly thank you for sticking your neck out, for going against the establishment, for giving us all hope. The world needs more people like you. Thank you.
I was stunned. I was like, kind of everything went into slow motion in my head.
I saw Michael in the audience.
I was looking for him. I sent a team
I
out.
decided not to point them out when I got booed. Like 10 people booed me when I said something.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Really?
right near the front.
I didn't hear the boos.
Good. My big thing in life is not about vote for this person or vote for that person or vote for this cause or vote for that cause. My thing is take responsibility for yourself and the world around you.
She should keep politics out of it.
I thought I was coming to a music show. I didn't know I was coming to a political Democratic convention.
It's foolish for anyone to think that at any time that, you know, they're being looked after or that their government is protecting them and taking care of them.
Are my friends in here?
I think it's important to vote because it means that the person is taking charge and being involved in the community that they live in or the world that they live in.
That was very generous.
But it's only one aspect. You know what I mean? There's 1,000 trillion billion other things that we need to do as well.
I think a lot of people tonight were very moved by what she said, the songs that she sang, the video up on the screen, the image of the Israeli and the Palestinian child arm in arm. Man, everybody had tears in their eyes around me. And because everybody wants to live in that world. Everybody is sick and tired of the way it is.
I've always thought that my job was to wake people up. But it's not enough just to wake people up. You've got to wake people up and give them a direction. You've got to wake people up and give them tools about how to deal with life. You've got to wake people up and give them solutions. Otherwise, they're going to fall back asleep again.
In harvest time in the fall, we usually go to each field and we'll pick 100 berries and we crush them in a little bag. And then we run sugar tests on them, acidity and pH. Then we have to make a decision whether we want to leave them out there or bring them in and do adjustments in the laboratory. We used to come here every year. All our kids came up here, even Madonna. I used to always reward her for achievement. And she was an achiever. She was.
My relationship with my father when I was younger is very different than what it is now. When I was younger, I didn't understand my father.
The fact that she lost her mother at such a young age affected her in a very strong way, as it affected all the kids. And so you have to learn to adjust to the new situations, adjusting to the Joan and the new family structure, and that's not easy. Going into the entertainment business was probably that venue or that avenue of expression that she needed to fulfill her own needs.
I couldn't wait to leave. Couldn't wait to go to New York. I wanted to be an artist, and my dad wanted to protect me in his way. He truly felt that the only way for me to have happiness in life was to get a college degree, to be a lawyer or a doctor or one of those dependable jobs, which gave me more fuel to be angry with him.
When you're young, you're not thinking about all that other stuff. You're just thinking about where you are, what you're doing, how you're going to get ahead. And as we get older, we learn what's important.
So I got pregnant with my daughter, and I just was like, holy shit. And I don't really know what I'm going to teach her about life when I'm not really sure I understand what the meaning of life is. So that was the turning point for me. I now see that my father went through hell, and I see the struggles that my father had and the sacrifices he made to raise 8 children. So it took me a while to grow up.
As she grew up and became popular, I mean, there's things she said and did that I found totally dissatisfying.
When I was running around getting my pictures taken in lockers of, gay porn theaters and stuff like that. That's something a dad could be proud of.
My new boyfriend.
But to me, it was like a growing process. She's growing up. And instead of growing up at home with us, she's growing up with the world. Heavenly Father, thank you for the blessings you bestow on all of us, the life you have given us, the air we breathe, people we spend our life with. Give them strength to endure and to go on with their performance. Thank you for all your blessings.
Amen.
Amen.
Dad, I'm going to swear now. Don't be upset, okay? We're going to tear the roof off this fucker. Ooh. Because we...
Rock the house!
Because you...
are the shit!
Because I...
am the queen!
Because he...
is your dad!
Me too. I still can't swear about my dad.
There was a time when I was happy in my life. There was a time when I thought I'd live forever. There was a time when I prayed to Jesus Christ. There was a time I had a mother, it was nice. Oh, mother, why aren't you here with me? No one else saw the things that you could see. I'm trying hard to dry my tears. Yes, Father, you know I'm not so free.
What I saw last night's performance was a more positive outreaching of her to the public, her concern for the world, for people, and to me that's maturity.
Oh, Mother, oh, Father, I got to give it up. Oh, Mother, oh, Father, I got to give it up.
We're just gonna stay and bring your parents up.
Were they in the chaser car?
Well, they weren't. We were behind you. Were they in front, Ricky?
I was in front.
Yeah.
Did it seem like they had a good time?
Great time.
Okay.
Your sister. Oh, Dad. Did you like it?
I thought it was very good. I said, at one point here, she's gonna go down, break in half. I kind of like you had the religious theme there. I saw all that, the Kabbalah and the Jesus and all that, and I thought that was very nice. I've looked at the Kabbalah thing, and I've read some of the books she gave me, so to me, there's nothing in Kabbalah that's not in the scripture. That was probably the most positive concert you ever put on.
Trying to make a difference.
I was impressed with
I finally
that.
pulled my head out of my ass.
In the end, we all believe in one God. I think most people do.
The Reverend Good.
Gosh. Wow. Las Vegas isn't so bad after all. There's a television in the bathtub. But how do you switch the channel?
The shower's not bad either, look.
This is so much fun. Woo! Guy? Where are you?
Someone's making some money around here.
Oh, baby, we're gonna hit the town tonight. Woo!
Okay, let's all say a prayer tonight so we can get through this show. I mean, this is, I speak for everybody, I think. I don't want to react to all the Japanese businessmen playing with their Blackberries during my songs. Or people leaving every time I sing a ballad to get hot dogs. It's okay, I'm not upset. I'm gonna keep on singing. I'm not gonna care. I'm just gonna channel light and fuck their hot dogs.
Bring it in, bring it in. 1, 2, 3, sorry ass fucker!
Until you're fed up. Feel closer to the light. I sleep much better at night. I feel closer to the light. Now I'm gonna try to improve my life.
Dirty. I was in a very bad mood this afternoon, so I wrote this poem. I have a cage. It's called The Stage. When I'm let out, I run about and sing and dance and sweat and yell. I have so many tales to tell. I like to push things to the edge and inch my way along the ledge. I feel like God. I feel like shit. The paradox and even split. Small sound, saying ah and e. Oh, it's just a job, I always say. I should be grateful every day. Sometimes I think I just can't do it, but I persist and I get through it. And I console myself each night.
Jesus Christ, will you look at me? Don't know who I'm supposed to be. Don't really know if I should give a damn when you're around. I don't know who I am.
I got married for all the wrong reasons. And when my husband didn't turn out to be everything I imagined he'd be, I just wanted to end everything. There's no such thing as the perfect soulmate. If you meet someone and you think they're perfect, you better run as fast as you can in the other direction. Because your soulmate is the person that pushes all your buttons, pisses you off on a regular basis, and makes you face your shit.
Catch a big one, Louie.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
He's a fat one.
I catch a fish.
Look at that tail. Look at that action.
It's not easy having a good marriage, but I don't want easy. Easy doesn't make you grow. Easy doesn't make you think. I thank God every day that I'm married to a man that makes me think. That's my definition of true love.
How many is that?
4.
No, 7 plus 1 is...
A lot.
You want to cut it?
I need my fish back. Hospital for sick children. And I read a book to them. I read my mom's book, The English Roses, and I passed out 2 other books that my mom wrote. But English Roses is about not seeing the big picture and not being like...
Whatever,
if you okay, see, say if I looked at Siobhan and I saw.
Don't talk about this.
She's so pretty and she's so popular, but like I don't really know the person who she is inside, and I didn't even get.
Don't talk about. Don't interrupt me.
And she didn't have her mother. Her mother died, and she like and she had to make dinner. Like
What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's very right. Yeah. Go.
Ow. Dude, don't burn me. Angie, can you make me my shake? Yeah.
Chris Lamb swearing that it's going to rain in Dublin.
What kind of negative bullshit is that?
Well, I guess it just rains. It rains there a lot.
Listen, it's not gonna rain, okay?
No, it won't.
And you better have rubber soles on all my shoes. I just can't wait to have a drink because I haven't had a drink in 20 weeks. 20 weeks! You just wait and see how much fun I'm gonna be.
Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. I wanna dance with my baby. And when the music starts, I never wanna stop. It's gonna drive me crazy. Music. Music makes the people come together. Music makes the bourgeoisie rebel. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. I wanna dance with my baby. You